Good morning, everyone. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning to each and every one of you. Hello. Welcome to this week's edition of Monday Morning Affirmations. I am your host, Stephen Dillard Carroll, and this is your affirmation for the week of February 22nd, 2021. Again, good morning to you. How are you doing this morning? I hope that you're doing well. On this channel, we uplift each other, we help each other, we encourage each other, we invite each other to be the best possible version of ourselves that we can be at all times. We cheer each other on in our successes, and we hold each other up and we support each other in our disappointments. We are there for each other through all the highs and lows of life, and that's what this channel is all about. But most of all, this channel is about unconditional love. First for yourself, first and foremost for yourself, and then everyone and everything else around you. So that's what this channel is about, so let's jump right on into it. The deck that we will be using for inspiration this week is the Rider-Waite deck. I am feeling traditional today. I feel like I'm going to be sticking with this deck for just a little while. I'm feeling traditional for some reason, and so I think we're going to be sticking with this deck for a while. If you like the Rider-Waite, if it sings to you, if it resonates with you, you can get your very own copy in the link in the description box down below. Down there you'll also find links to my top five favorite decks right now. That link is also in the description box down below. And while you're down there, you'll also find, you'll find a link to my private practice, the Traveling Tarot. I am a psychic. I do this for a living. So if you would like to book a psychic reading with me, I'd love to have you. I'd love to sit down for an hour with you and chit chat and hopefully get some insight and information for you that will help you along on your path. So if you would like to book an appointment with me, you can find that information down below in the description box. And finally, I encourage you, if you like this video, to like, comment, and subscribe to this channel, because when you do those four things, like, comment, subscribe, and share this channel, you end up helping me out a lot. And as I said at the top of this video, that's what we do on this channel. We're here to support each other and cheer each other on in whatever good and positive endeavors we've got going on. And I appreciate all the support that you give me on a consistent, incredibly consistent basis. So thank you all for that. So let's jump right on into our affirmation for today. And the inspiration for our affirmation today is brought to us by the Five of Cups. The Five of Cups. It's in the upright position. This is the card of grief, about regret, about looking at the past and seeing how much we've lost, but not seeing how much we have to gain in the future. That's what this card is about. It's about consistently looking over our shoulder at what we have left behind and what could have been, instead of looking at what we have right now and what could be. That bridge in the background that leads to the city is something that could be if this person would only focus on what is actually in their future rather than what's in their past. So that's what that card is about. And yes, I do have a story concerning this. And I may have told this story before. Actually, no, I haven't told this story before. Well, part of it I've told before. So when I told you guys that I am a musician. Music is my first love. Music will always be my first love. And I went to New York to pursue a career in music, and I pursued that with gusto for almost 5 years. And nothing really came of that. And when I came home with my tail between my legs, I asked the universe to please take away this gift from me. Please take away this passion from me. I no longer want to be associated with music because it hurts too much. I tried way too hard, and it hurts way too much to have to settle for also ran. And the universe at the time said, no, you have more learning. There's a lesson or two more that is left out there for you. And so what ended up happening was after probably about 2 years, it took me 2 years to decide that my wounds had healed enough that I would pursue music once more. And pursue music I did. Excuse me, I'm itchy. I figured, okay, I'm here in Oklahoma. I am in the middle of the country. We export all of our musical talent. We do not import anything. We export it. If you are wanting to be a musician, you start in Oklahoma, and then you leave Oklahoma and you head to where the action is, Nashville, New York, Los Angeles, Miami, Atlanta. You start here, and you leave for brighter pastures. And I thought, well, why don't I put that on its ear? Why don't I flip that on its ear? I thought, no one else here is doing dance music. Anytime we have a dance artist, whether it be a DJ or, a dance artist, they come here. They're hired for a club gig, or they're hired for a theater gig, or they're hired for even a stadium gig. We don't have homegrown dance pop talent here that stays here. And I thought, well, that's an untapped market. I can start here and expand my wings from there and be a regional act here in the Southwest. And so I decided to do that. I'm sorry, I lost my thought. I lost my train of thought there for just one moment. I'm sorry. I decided to do that. I decided to pursue that, and turns out it wasn't meant to be, at least not in the way that I expected it to be. I had some success again here, but not nearly as much success as I wanted to. I created my own CD. I went into the studio and wrote and produced, along with Guy Pryor, my one and only CD. It's probably still available on CD Baby somewhere, or iTunes or something like that, but it's been years. Like I said, I am 47, and this took place when I was in my early 30s. Excuse me, 48. And this took place in my early 30s, so if you're able to find a copy out there, good on you. It's called Introducing Me. Anyway, it did not turn out the way that I had planned it to turn out, but so many things turned out better than what I expected them to. I returned home from New York when I was 30. I returned home, and a week later I turned 30, and I thought my life was over. And for 2 years, I licked my wounds. I was the Five of Cups. I was looking at those 3 overturned cups and just completely focused on those 3 cups, not seeing the other 2 cups that were there. As I was pursuing, once I turned 32 and decided to look at those 2 cups that are still standing and pursue life again, I had so many adventures, and I continue to have so many adventures. So many things in my life turned out better than they would have had I succeeded as a musical artist. And that's not to say that I won't succeed someday as a pop singer. But my definition of success is much different today than what it was when I was 22 and 32. So I guess my point is, allow the process to be the process. I encourage you, if you are going through grief right now, if you are mourning the loss of something, do not allow anyone to tell you how long it should take for you to come out on the other side. It took me 2 years. And even after I came out of that fog and came out of that grief and I started pursuing music again, it took me another 2 years to see that to its end. And then I had a grieving period after that. Life happens. Life continues to happen. The difference between the first grieving period and the second grieving period was, at 30, I truly thought my life was over. I thought I went out there, I tried my best, I did not succeed, and my life is over. 4 years later, when Introducing Me did not take off in the way that I thought it should, I went through another mourning period, but that time I knew enough to embrace life, to know that my life was not over, to know that there were things left out there for me to see, do, and experience. There was more life for me to evolve into, and so I did. And so I encourage you again, if you are going through the grieving process, to allow the grieving process to be what it will be for you. But at the same time, I also encourage you to not to re-engage with life as soon as you can. Do not get stuck in the grieving process. There's more to be lived. There's more life to experience. There's more life to live out there, and I encourage you to do so when you feel ready, and take those baby steps to make that happen for you in a way that is comfortable and that is life-affirming for you. Don't get stuck in the loop of grief. Take baby steps to get yourself out of that loop and experience life once more. Have a fantastic, fantastic week, everybody. And I will see you right back here next Monday. Bye.